So the Rambam is Aktam to Perek Chelek. He goes through a whole thing. What is the ultimate schar? What is the ultimate good in the world? So he says some people think it's Gan Eden. Other people think it's Moshiach. But then the world, and he goes through that people say all the miracles will happen, life will be wonderful. That's what people think is the ultimate purpose of life. Other people say it's Tchias HaMesim. Other people say it's Stam, it's having a good life, that you're able to have good food and things like that. He says...
I mean, there's very sharp Lashon over there, all these people.
Yeah, and then he says the fifth group are people that they make a chant of everything together, that the Schaders will have Moshiach and Tchias HaMesim, will go into Gan Eden, will eat and drink there forever. So the Rambam says that the meaning of Elam Haba, the real ultimate schar, is Elam Haba. So Elam Haba is not trying to understand Begashmis. So he says no one no one even thinks about it. He says people
you understand about that if it's like a service in the
so like the questions that people ask is how are the dead people going to get up, with clothes or without clothes? Are they going to, when Moshiach comes, there'll be rich people, poor people, things like that. So he brings a mashal of a small child that when he doesn't that he's starting to teach him Torah, so you have to teach him, you have to tell him, you learn Torah, I'll give you candy. So because in his mind the candy is more important than the Torah. So he says when he grows older, so you can't bribe him with candies anymore because you already graduate, he outgrew that. So you bribe him place with clothing, and with money, and then
covered.
Yeah, so he says the only reason why this is done is because people don't have a understanding of the emes and mile of learning Torah, so you have to bribe them, with different things that they think are important. So
this is Shittas the Rambam, we know that. But Shittas the Rambam Bechlal is...
And then he holds that the emes, that the ultimate thing is Klal not to do it for schar.
Right.
So basically he says that people, it would be very difficult for people to just do things l'shem them. So you have to give them different, things, perks that will excite them to keep Torah mitzvahs based on their understanding until they eventually, get older and they're able to recognize, the truth for what it is. So he says, now, basically like this, he was trying to say, he gives the whole thing, somebody that's blind can't tell what colors are. It's impossible to be in a guf and understand what Elam Haba is. So he says the ultimate goal is Elam Haba, and the ultimate punishment is that the neshama gets cut off from Elam Haba. So he says that Yemaisa Mashiach, the tachlis of Yemaisa Mashiach, the Rambam writes, it's if it will be a purpose into itself, so then we should desire Mashiach for all the physical abundance and pleasures that will be there. But since it's not a purpose in itself, it's only Elam Haba. So that's what the Chachamim and the Nevi'im were desired in Yemaisa Mashiach, was that in order they should be able to reach Elam Haba, because in the times of Mashiach there will be ability to keep Torah mitzvahs properly, and there will be etc. etc.
The Rebbe,
now, yeah.
The Rebbe says, first of all, Sid's Paskin, the Rambam, but the Ramban. That there is, the Rambam B'chol is Emes Mashiach, Ela Shib'lach Zilman.
Right.
There is no, the oldest these things are Yud and Yodim are Mesholim, and you don't know the Seif David was going to happen. The Rebbe says the Rambam's son himself said that the Rambam, nobody knows what the Rambam meant over there, because one of the Alimamins is Kisam. What
Rambam's
son writes this? The Rambam's son.
Yeah.
Right. You'll find this. You can see the youngest. Yeah.
The what?
He writes. That he used to ask this question. So he says, "You don't understand my father really well, maybe man." in Yanim he's masbid how it is the minimum what Torah says. What's the minimum? But the emes what's going to happen over there you don't know. The haraya, he says, the Rambam alone doesn't really agree with what the ultimate point is, because look, the Gimel Nikim is amazing. What kind of greater shinoi in the world could there be?
I don't think the Rambam's son says it.
I'm not.
The Rebbe says it.
No, the Rambam's
son, Chamis Hashem, says that.
I'm telling you again. If you tell me it's not true,
no, I would like to find.
Then I.
No, because I never saw the Rebbe being a sign to it in those secrets that I saw. Add it up. It would be interesting if it does right.
This point is I'm going by very old learning. I haven't learned this over years already. But the Rebbe, but Chassidus Chlal. I mean, let me find the Rebbe's script that Chassidus on that there is.
But yeah, in a Chanami, but the goal of that is not the physical pleasure,
because the Rebbe says that that's the Rishmazah. It's Bein Hareich. The Schabris of the Guf, the Schabris of the Yid, become the Schabris of the Eibush with Atzmas himself. It's so awesome. It's such a Schabris. Avdem at me left. Avdem doesn't ever say left. Right. That all these things will be meaningless.
Right. So anyway, in the main letter, when you're looking at the Rambam, and the Rambam writes, not know they should eat and drink and be happy or rule the world. It does. The Rambam is more saying that the goal we have to. The Rambam is, in a certain sense, explain to us that the purpose of Moshiach is not an end unto itself. The physical abundance of Yemais Mashiach is not an end unto itself. So if a person will desire those things, fine. The Rebbe says that people, either like I mentioned last time, the Rebbe says in the Sikha that Yidden, most Yidden today, they're not going to be in this order to desire Mashiach by just focusing on the great spiritual achievements that we'll be able to have them. They need to have the physical things.
It's more than that. It's much more than that, really. Person, when you start asking the Rebbe to give me Mashiach, the fulfillment of the need of their physical needs that are measured and limited to who we are. And that's what we need to fulfill. If you break it down, go to the emes, Judas Nafsha, you'll see that you're not going to because, gosh, let's say everybody in the world will have exactly the same amount, will have everything they will have in the same amount. As perceiving the human natures, it's not shy to do anything because I need you to have. I need you.
That's why the Rambam says. That's why the Kamadan swing off.
Yeah. No, but the point is that for the Gashmistic need alone to have to need Mashiach. If you think what you're saying that you want Mashiach, that everybody should have everybody should be good, it should be your premise you're coming from is you. Who are you? A person that can't appreciate, can't sacrifice his life and say, who needs Gashmis for Yuchtimis? No, I need my Gashmis. That need of Gashmis, part of its needs are that you need to have. Even if I'm a good person, I want everybody to have. I want all my friends, everybody should have good needs. There's a need. My child should be a little better than your child. I should be a little bit better than you. And we should be good. We should always be good. That's the best of it. That's ilmazah. And
that's fine. That's yeshus. But
that's existence. But that's what you. When I'm telling you, I want Mashiach for those things, my physical needs. it includes that need too. Because I can't run away from that need.
I hear you.
So when I say I want Elikus, I want lane, and that could be the only force of drive that you should get what you want, and it doesn't matter you have more, I have less, we'll have equal, because there's a much higher need, there's a much greater, and that is Mavatal Madan Kafir.
Right. Enochanami, true. The only thing I would say is that first of all, you were mentioning last time, which is what I think might be a valid point, that if a person says, I want Moshiach to come, because I can't stand the suffering that Eden are going through. It's not wrong to desire Moshiach in order that, because it bothers me to see you suffering. So in other words, because it's not sure that I want kashrus.
That's a chilik of.
It's not sure that I want kashrus. No, the Rambam doesn't write. In other words, the Rambam does write that the reason why they wanted Mashiach was they shouldn't have the problems and should be able to learn freely. So in other words, there is a mashmo. So just to want to have a good life without problems, stand to have a good life, is eichid not the proper time for Mashiach. But if a person says, I can't see another yet suffering, that's
if he really feels that way, then that's wanting a lakus. The feels yenus tzaveitok, the emes yenus veitog is das a chilik from das is schinte begelusse and das will go there.
But I'm not sure. Now there's the Rambam is being sholo. That the Chachamim did not want Mashiach. It doesn't say they didn't want Mashiach because they didn't care if they suffered. It doesn't say that. They didn't want Mashiach to have a good life. There's two things. There's the lack of suffering, and then there's all the good things that won't be there. The Rambam in Hilchos Melachim is only addressing that somebody shouldn't want Mashiach for all the good things that won't be. It doesn't say somebody shouldn't want Mashiach because he doesn't want to suffer. It doesn't say that.
He said they wanted it for them. They wanted it, they shouldn't suffer, and it was volunteered.
That's Hilchos Shuvah. I'm talking about Hilchos Melachim. Now there's in the Shlila, when the Rambam is saying what you shouldn't want Mashiach for, he doesn't mention you shouldn't want Mashiach in order you shouldn't suffer. It doesn't say that. In Hilchos Shuvah, where he is talking the positive, saying that they desired Mashiach in order, not stand that they shouldn't suffer, but in order that because they don't suffer, they should be able to, in order that they should be able to learn Torah mitzvahs properly, and therefore they should merit the Olam Haba. So even in that Rambam, he's not negating that. You understand? If you want a tightrope walk this Rambam, so to say, this Rambam is never a shoylo. It never negates wanting Mashiach in order that you shouldn't suffer. Only he negates wanting Mashiach stand for physical fun.
What do you mean not suffering? For not suffering for the ability to enjoy life?
No, not to Pashut suffering.
Yeah, that's chelik from Kimat Teir Mitzvahs. I can't keep Teir Mitzvahs.
So let's say a person says, I want Mashiach as I Pashut don't want to suffer.
But
I'm not looking at Kimat Teir Mitzvahs.
It is.
And I'll be maspid, the Hainu. Let's say he says, I want Mashiach for two things. I want Pashut not to suffer. And through that, I should be able to take the mitzvahs. But the Seichet Arangemish,
he wants to be able to live a life to do what he wants and freely unto others. He doesn't want to suffer. I can't suffer. I can't come to shul in the morning and mechaven and put on film and mechaven kavonis of Yichud Hashem and all these inyanim when I have a peckle of tzedakah in the cup. So
if it's a diamond for $50,000 for $500,000, you can't have a customer. It's a problem. For $500,000 diamond, you can't find a customer. You can't put nicht diamond. Wie ich mit dir verstehe nicht, du wer versteht die Sachen.
Ich sage gar nicht. Du machst das toll. Ich sage gar nicht. Mir dachte, also
But anyway, so 5 minutes. I'll explain to you why I'm saying this. The Rambam writes, the Rebbe writes, the Rambam defines Moshiach, that Moshiach will redeem the Yidden, will build the Beis HaMikdash, and all the mitzvahs will return. So the Rebbe says, the Rambam is trying to say, a person shouldn't just believe that Moshiach will redeem him for Galus. He has to believe that the redemption of Galus is within the context of Shleim Zoteir of Mitzvahs. If you think into it, there is room to say that the way the Rebbe learns the Rambam, it's not shot that I should only want Mashiach for Kiyum Torah Mitzvahs. I shouldn't only want Mashiach for physical, I shouldn't look at Mashiach together. The definition of Mashiach isn't physical redemption just as physical redemption. The gather of Mashiach is but am I supposed to await the fact that kibbutz golius? It's in fact the chapat shuka as all Yidden zon zayin zamen Eretz Yisrael.
We don't have the hafchana understanding what it means. In other words, if you really know what you're saying, if you break it down and think what means kiyum Torah mitzvahs means that you shouldn't have. When I say I don't want to suffer, it means kiyum Torah mitzvahs freely.
Somebody, let's say, is Rahman son, he's sick. He wants to come, he shouldn't be sick.
No. Yeah, what is it?
Could you say that
he can't function his life?
Huh?
Because he can't function. In subconscious, maybe.
He's saying the word of the Magid, Nashim, that was one of
this is the Hashanah's word,
yeah, the Hashanah's word. The only thing I wanted to be Moshiach with that the Punkt Reis on the Ramban. The Ramban has a sefer called Sefer HaGeula. It's very interesting because Knira learns differently than the Rambam on another number of points. First of all, he writes that if, let's say, he will be forever in Golus, he uses as Lashon. Why do we want Mashiach? Because if we will be forever in Golus, it wouldn't hurt the Torah. In other words, he's saying that the way the Rebbe learns the Rambam, you need Mashiach, because if not, you're missing Shem.
Most
so the but the Rambam writes that the Ramban. If one would, let's say, imagine that for whatever reason they should decide that the Yidden should be in Golus forever, it won't hurt the etzem meaning of Torah. I guess whatever Torah we have, or whatever he means to say. He says, why do we want Mashiach? So he says, we don't want it. He says, the ultimate goal is not that we should be able to eat the fruits of Eretz Yisrael and to bathe in the hot spas of Tiberias. He says, weiter. He says, our goal is not even to do that void in the Beis HaMikdash. Our ultimate rotzen is not, vice is what he's trying to say, different than the Rambam. Our ultimate rotzen is not fulfilling Torah mitzvahs. Our ultimate goal is Elam Haba. I don't know if the Ramban is arguing on the Rambam here or not, but he's like using a Lashon Kilu. Our desire for Mashiach is that then, he says, why do we desire Mashiach? So he says, because then we'll be close to Hashem. We'll have the Beis HaMikdash, we'll have the Kohenim, we'll have the Shechina, we won't have the Yetzer Hara. So then we'll be able to be close to Hashem, which will, it seems as clearly we're trying to say, through that we will be able to achieve Elam Haba. So in a certain sense, he is going so much with by him, by the way, Elam Haba means Elam Atchiyah, you have to remember. He doesn't hold Elam Haba means Gan Eden, afterlife. It means a physical world that will be Elam Haba. So, in other words, the Ramban is going so much with Elam Haba to the extent that it seems like he's overshadowing the whole idea of Mashiach as being the kiyum of as being Shleim Zoteir Mitzvahs. In other words, the Rambam doesn't, and the Rambam is clear. The Rebbe learns that you're supposed to be mechakel, you're supposed to desire Mashiach, and then you're able to keep Torah mitzvahs. The Rambam is just saying that all the physical abundance it does. It's the Rambam is discussing how the focus of Elam Haba, when the Rambam brings in our ultimate desire is Elam Haba, is to show that the physical abundance is not our main goal. But not that the Kiyum Torah mitzvahs is not our main goal. The Rambam goes a step further. The Kiyum Torah mitzvahs is also moving, we're going to keep it. That's the tachlis of Seinenu. That's the main desire, the main goal of the Yid. To say the ultimate purpose is Elam Haba, to be one with the Eibusher. So again, if you want to go up Yichsid, it's not a steer. The Torah mitzvahs lead you to be one with Hashem. But it's just a lotion that he was using threw me off a little bit, because it sounds like he's, like, I mean, the whole word kim schar mitzvah mitzvah, ikar is kim, but then he adds, says we also want Moshiach for another two reasons. One reason is for all the physical, he says, because we're suffering, he actually uses this word, that in other words, we could also desire, because we're suffering in Golos, and over Moshiach will come of all the good benefits. So he uses that. In other words, I guess he's saying your goal shouldn't be the physical pleasures. But somehow it's not clear to me also what he's trying to say, but he's saying it's also, in other words, that the reason why Yidden desired Gula is that they won't suffer, they'll have all the things. And another interesting Nakuda he adds, that since every person has a desire that what he believes is right should be proven right. So when Mashiach will come, will prove to all the goyim that then will be a Kiddush Hashem, because everyone will see how Torah Mitzvah is real. So the Yidden desired Mashiach, the desire for Mashiach is the Shukah, and I wouldn't say aha, but like, is that then, we'll be able to, to show all the goy, like, then it'll be clear to all the nations of the world that, so, when you read the Ramban, it's a very, like, he uses a lot of the basis of the Ramban, but it was very interesting. He has a sefer called Sefer HaGul.
It's a sefer? It's a cookie?
It's a small sefer. It's not a big sefer. It's called Sefer HaGul.
Then you look through the whole thing to get the...
No, I've been looking up something else today. I put my eye.